I'm an asshole for that one. You want to know who the fuck the new Cyclops killer is? Well, they're right in front of us. They always have been. But now, it's time to figure out who the hell are you?
Saito. Saito Sajima. Congressman Sajima's son.
Oh,
What?
I researched
God.
Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
Saito Sajima. It's literally been one person for every single killing. Even with the original Cyclops killer and the new. Maybe. Right? Because Saito killed Monica, and that's how they got connected with Rohan, and then it seems like Rohan had a partner with the original Cyclops killing, and that partner seems to potentially have been Saito. Who was inside Iris during the interrogation Sunday?
That was me.
Oh my god.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that.
Because you know.
Let me define some terms first. A
Huh.
person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite. The one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far?
Okay.
Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host.
Alright, I'll buy it.
That's
With
how
this,
I knew
all
about
this
the
fucking
warehouse
crazy
and
sci-fi
Sunfish
shit.
Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories.
Okay. Can we talk more about that?
I'm telling you, it was
Oh
me.
god, she's kind of scary. Like
Why
that.
are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
That's right. It was me.
Huh. And is that why it was so crazy? And like it was... How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? Something else was troubling me. Hold on. How does he know about the... Because he was part of the original Cyclops killer duo. That's why Iris had those memories.
What's going on here?
But that part is the confusing part. I don't like, so now it makes sense how Iris has memories of the original Cyclops killer. I don't understand how Date is involved with that at all. Give me details on the crimes.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How
Okay.
did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of.
You
Why
told
is
me the
that?
truth.
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you?
Oh.
Human mem-
Wait, do I not have knowledge about that in this timeline? How did you know about the prototype sync machine? You saw this. Do we not? What do I and don't I know in this timeline?
memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts.
Huh.
This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
Okay. I know about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
The other timelines. Continue.
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. If we think of that as day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him. Let's start with the first, day 1.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy.
But at what point, how did she get Shoko? How did she transfer from, I mean, potentially Saito, from Saito's son, to Shoko? How did he get Shoko there? And not only just that, I mean, I guess another question is, was Saito still in Saito's body? I don't think Saito was. I think Saito's tried this a few times before. I think Saito was inside someone else and brought Shoko there. That's my guess, but we'll learn more.
I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced. Switched personalities. And then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line.
Okay, we knew that from other timelines.
Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
Why do you... Oh, is he going after that family because of the whole Renju and, like, Hitomi thing? Of, like, them knowing about him killing Monica? Or does that have nothing to do with that and he's just like a... Why target these people? I don't understand that.
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris.
Oh my god! Wait. This is in this timeline, right? Hold on. What timeline?
She'd be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to...
No, shut up. We need the flowchart right now. Very important flowchart. You are here. So this is the timeline... Yeah. So this is the timeline where people died a lot. Like, it was basically everyone was just dying. But in this timeline, Renju got into a car accident. Like a major pile-up car accident. And died. Does that mean that Saito died? And that... But then this death, who killed her? If Saito died in this timeline, and then what is this whole Hitomi thing? Oh my god, what is this? I don't understand. I mean, I know I'll learn more as I continue on, but...
Sunfish Pocket first.
Okay, let's just continue.
I called her a little before 5 p.m. and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw us.
That's when Ota headed to the company. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill.
We were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death.
That's Iris, though.
Then I put his
Iris'
body in an empty
consciousness
oil
died
drum I
there.
had prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't anticipate happened. Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota.
Hold on. Then something just waiting for the signal. Oh, that's when Ota saw Iris driving without a license. Oh my god.
He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him, but I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Date 3.
Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am of course referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job, and when I left, I ran into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were onto me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role.
Why is Saito just giving everything away?
The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind.
And that's why. Oh my god, yeah, that confirms that. Okay, because in this timeline, when we sync into Iris's mind, which is actually Saito's mind, we end up in that like fucking Saw-ass Somnium, where you see all the killings. But in the other timeline, in the timeline where Renju, aka fucking Saito, got into the car accident and died in the Renju body, then when we take a look into Iris's mind, she's playing fucking like Minecraft version, whatever, Mineforge, whatever, Forge, Shovel Forge.
But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred. I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him, so I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sajima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and...
Took the car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. He went to this. Oh my god. Yeah. So when he was gone, the person who stole the car was actually Iris. That was like a theory that was being passed around, but it just didn't really make
And the
sense.
doorbell. Hello, Father. It's
Kinda
been a
didn't make
long
sense.
time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom, and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this. I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually...
Oh my god. Because Iris, because he is the father of fucking Iris. That's why he was like scared stiff and everything. And of course he agreed.
And we arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day.
Continue.
This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location, Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think.
I figured it out. Okay. We know why Date was like in that dream of the original Cyclops serial killing. It was like the stabbing of the person that was stabbing those like women was the face of Date, because Date, how Date looks, Date is in Saito Sajima's body. He's in Saito Sajima's body. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry for spoiling that, but I think that it's gotta be. It's gotta be that. But there's complications. And that would explain the eye. Because the serial killer takes out... well, usually it's the right eye, but for some reason on the recent victims of the new Cyclops serial killings and Date, it's the left eye. The eye of Providence. I think at some point, Saito switched bodies with whatever Date's original body is, and I don't know what Date's original body is. Maybe we've seen it in this game so far, maybe we haven't. Hold on.
He was the killer.
What if we take a look at the files? Okay, where is Saito Sajima? Where the fuck is Saito Sajima? So? MoMA. Yep. Mama. Computer. Monica. So one of these last two is Saito Tsujima, right here and right here. So Saito Tsujima transferred minds with Date at some point. Sato did the Cyclops serial killings, changed bodies with Date. But you think the only question here is that you think Tsujima would realize that, you know, Date looks incredibly like his younger brother. I think it was his younger brother or something like that. I forget. I don't know. Or Saito is So's younger brother, I think? Whatever. How does number 89 play into this, though? I think there was a body swap here at some point, too. I don't know the details, though. Maybe number 89, maybe that is actually Date's original body. I don't know, though. It's very confusing to me. There's a lot of confusions here.
I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation.
When do we think he was the killer?
Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
And then day 4.
There isn't much to talk about.
I'm surprised
on Monday.
Saito just wants to tell me everything.
Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss.
Oh. Wait, so... Sorry, Saito is So Tsujima's dad. So when he said, "Hello, father, it's been a long time," Saito wasn't wrong. He did say, "Hi, father," but because Saito knows... since So knows about Iris and that whole bullshit, seeing his illegitimate daughter come up to him being, "Hey, dad, long time no see. Come with me. I gotta show you something." Of course, he knows if he doesn't do this, well, shit could get leaked out real quick.
You might not know this, but she and my father go back about...
She might have to go back about 6 years. We do know they do, but we just don't know the
She shared
details.
A terrible secret. Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately.
But she and my father go back about 6 years. Share a terrible secret. The whole... And that has to do with... the attack on Hitomi and Iris. Where... the Rohan shot Hitomi, and Boss was also there for some reason.
I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies. And after blowing my father's brains
But
out,
why did you take a video of
I
it?
cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Continue. This is insane. Saito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. Why did you take out your victim's eyes?
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
What? I knew. The prototype sync machine differed from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nano cables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and socket. Enter through the gap between the eyeball and socket. They then travel down the optic nerve and canal to the brain. So this destroys the eye, but the prototype sync machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, you need to remove the left eyeball, the left eye, manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket. Wait, but she doesn't. Otherwise, the cables cannot enter the brain. But she doesn't have the left eyeball removed. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessel connected. After sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the socket. It's supposed to be safe. Side effects are rare. Oh, so they just so they remove it. So it just comes out, and they do the sync with the eyeball like kind of extracted, and then they plop it right back in. Oh. It isn't too difficult. Wow. Let's learn more about it, though.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes.
That was more Rohan.
I don't need them.
Yeah, for them, you just kind of ripped it out. You didn't really give a
All I
shit.
cared about was exchanging bodies with the sink. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Where are the eyeballs that you removed?
Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss. Their stomachs, I mean.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Why do you eat the eyeballs? Why did you display the bodies the way you did?
To harass you.
Literally just to troll me. Fucking
I wanted
asshole.
to bring out the hatred in you.
Why? Why do you hate me so much?
That's why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park. That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you.
What
weren't
the
they?
fuck?
I wanted you to feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date.
Why didn't the sync victims resist after waking?
Ah, the prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile.
Shit. What's your motive?
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes.
Right,
I
'cause they
couldn't
can
risk
think
them reporting me, so I killed them.
they can get the
It was
Saito's
also
memories.
a matter of revenge. Against you. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my
This is
father,
still
of course.
Adding up.
That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Revenge against me?
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know, traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. You always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home.
He wants
The same goes for
She
me.
wants Date's body
When
back.
I return home,
Because it's not Date's body.
my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My body.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago.
Oh my god.
That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You...
I was right. So I was right. Okay. Point to me. Or point to me for getting that. I think that pretty good job, I gotta say for myself. So this actually confirmed a few things. It confirmed that yes, Saito is the one. Like we kind of knew this, but Saito is the the homicidal maniac that worked with Rohan. And that he is the one that had the chemical imbalance where he wouldn't be happy by normal means. And the one thing that really actually made him happy was killing people. But when he switched brains, the brain chemistry of different people is going to be different. So Saito could actually experience different emotions, like more neurotypical emotions and stuff like that. The downside is, you know, probably doesn't get the same satisfaction from killing. Like, say you drink, say you can only drink, like, I'm trying to think. Say you can only drink water your entire life, but after a while you find out that the only other thing outside of water you can drink is lemonade. Lemonade's gonna fucking taste like a godsend. You're gonna be like, holy shit, lemonade is the shit. But then you transfer to someone else's mind, someone else's brain, and for some reason that in that body, you can drink any type of drink you want, beer, whatever, what have you. You previously thought, wow, lemonade is the best thing to ever drink. It's 10 out of 10 drink, awesome. But now, you know, in this body, you drink lemonade and you're just like, okay, that's kind of cool, but like there's all these other cool things. And unfortunately, Saito doesn't think, huh, wow, I get pleasure out of other things besides killing, like just like, you know, watching a good movie and like playing a video game, you know, finding love. He's just like, now killing is kind of muted because it's not the same. Like I don't get the same like endorphins running. Saito's fucking crazy.
You mean?
Even outside, like, even with a neurotypical mind,
He was
he's still
born
fucking
with
crazy.
a brain dysfunction.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
This body's yours.
That's what I've been telling you!
I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it.
The upping the dosages.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
Well, that's why it's being loopy. Oh my god.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
Did he actually even
That is
say
what
that?
I believed as well.
I don't think he actually said
But we
that.
must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned.
Exactly.
Only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
Exactly.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
That must be it.
Oh, sorry, I paused it by accident, but everything got paused, so whatever.
Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain.
Whoa. Rohan transferred minds into number 89.
Pewter must have known that.
No way.
Oh my god. If that's the case, because think about it, Rohan was kind of going crazy and shit, right? Rohan was going crazy. And then he killed himself. Like he seemed crazy. He was just like you know, just seemed out of it. Like I know he had some like brain issues and stuff like that. He was like cheese gratering like enemies' feet and shit like that. And then he killed himself. It seemed like he was getting very much enjoyment out of like hurting people. But then he killed himself. I think when number 89 switched bodies, I think maybe 89 couldn't live with the guilt of like how fucking fucked up he was and killed himself. Well, I don't know. I'm so confused. I was confused. I'm so confused. I was confused. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point. Whose
Okay.
brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
Yep.
And before So?
Iris.
Iris. And before that, Renju.
Yep.
And before that,
Shoko.
And before Shoko?
Whose body were you in before Shoko?
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments.
I was a parasite inside of Rohan's brain 6 years ago. Until last year. Until last year. And then switched bodies with Shoko?
Of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami.
Oh.
I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her
Yep.
mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body. I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you.
Wow, you spent a year in fucking Shoko Nadami's brain? Where were you before Rohan?
In there, in that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body. In other words,
You're number 89.
That's... my real?
Yep. We got it. We figured that one out too. Hell yeah, baby. That's how we knew. That's how we had like the dreams of like Hitomi and shit. I was gonna say because number 89 felt really like protagonist like, you know what I mean? Like his up, like, you know, being like, oh, I was a cop, and then I became a mercenary, and then I got out of it, I found love, and then I got caught up with the mob again. Like, I was just like, this, he feels really like anti-hero. Jesus Christ. Keep talking.
Sorry, but time's up. I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Iris. Oh, it told me. It's gonna blow her up.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Iba, where's the source?
So, hold on. I'm still confused a little bit. Is Is Rohan alive or dead? So Rohan changed minds with number 89. So is the person that's in number 89 Rohan? I think.
It is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it.
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
Damn. Okay, I'll do it, I guess.
Dante!
See, I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well, don't I, Dante?
Holy shit. I mean, we gotta do it, right?
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back.
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What?
Can we just, like, kill him? She went boom!
Why?
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
Oh my god, she went boom.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it!
Be seeing you.
Yeah, Aiba's not happy about this. Hell yeah.
Dante, are you alright?
Aiba's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy, a heap of broken images. Sweat was building on my palms. Felt like my throat was closing up and I was struggling to breathe. In my ears, the rush of blood. The rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, Hitomi. Loss. The flesh remains, the mind is lost.
I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
The words suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who, or where, or why, but I thought that if there really was such a world, then me, in that world, I is another.
Could I have had a better future?
I prayed that I could. I felt my consciousness sink into the black abyss. Is this the end? Yep. Come on, credits? Where are they? Yeah. Parallel worlds exist. Annihilation route end. Well, yeah, everyone got fucking annihilated in this route. I like how it's like fucking what does it say? It says there's the Ota route, the Iris route, the annihilation. No, yeah, Mizuki route, the annihilation route. Hell yeah. Locked. Unlocked. So, I mean, that's the last place we can really go. Can we? So what happens if I said Reopen investigation. Oh, that's it. Fuck. It's not gonna let me. Fuck. 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 Menu. I want to go to the decision point. Can't I go to the decision point? Is this the decision point? I think this is it. Oh, I don't want to do this all over again. Fuck it, whatever. We know it won't work. That sucks. Okay, whatever, whatever. Okay. The open investigation. No, so this was all just like flashback to like what happened with the baby and like the death of like my whatever, Alice, I forget her real name. So let's start from here. Just so we can get context. My head felt fuzzy, I couldn't gather my thoughts, I didn't know what to say. I did the talking.
Iris is not.
Iris is
But
not.
Iris's father is Sosajima. Her mother.
Here. We'll review all of this shit and go through this channel of fucking thoughts and bullshit next time.